Yvonne.
Hey, Kev.
Nice to see you.
You too.
You know what? We've been celebrating 25 years.
Can you believe it?
No, I can't actually. I was hoping you could help me remember most of the 25 years, but 25 years of our move here to Indianapolis, the NCAA. You, a 37-year veteran, me, a 37-year veteran. You can do the math. That's a lot of years.
It's a lot of years.
Yeah, but we've been to a lot and we've seen a lot. But you know, one thing we've not really done is take really a trip down memory lane and talk about the NCAA and our move here. And so I'm kind of looking forward to doing that. You want to take a walk with me?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, all right. You know what, one thing I remember is that we had such support in Indianapolis with people like Jim Morris in this community who wanted the NCAA to be a part of it, and they really rolled out the red carpet for us.
They did.
Do you remember some of those early days, the house hunting trips and all that?
Yes.
What comes to mind?
I think for me, the house hunting trips, the chartered planes. At the time, my mom and my ex-husband worked with me, so all three of us worked at the NCAA. Oh. So those were great memories, thinking about how we hopped on the plane and we came to Indy. They rolled out the red carpet, and you know, they scheduled different bus trips to different sides of the city so you could experience like the north side or the west side.
You know what sticks out in my mind? They did. They rolled out the red carpet for us, and they made sure that everyone could find whatever part of town they wanted to live in, and they really made everything accessible to us. You know, the other thing I remember them telling us, the lights are always green here in Indianapolis, and it takes 25 minutes to get to the downtown. It doesn't. But that was part of the sales pitch, but boy, they sure made us feel welcome.
Yeah.
And a part of that was building this beautiful building that I can't wait to talk a little bit about. So you want to keep walking with me? Should we keep doing that? Okay.
Yeah.
You know, one of the great parts about this beautiful Dempsey building that Indianapolis helped build for us was an opportunity to kind of talk to our membership and bring them into a beautiful place where we could house everybody. And I remember one memorable story of one of our individuals in our membership walking from the parking garage on a snowy December day, did not know that there was a canal there, fell straight in the water. Helpful staff member Todd Petter pulled him out, and I never forget kind of drying the gentleman off with a hand dryer in the bathroom so he could make the meeting. But this has been a home for our staff, but also a place where we've been able to bring our membership. Do you have any memories from your perspective that you think about with the membership and the building?
I think the convention and having everyone here at the building and just the hoopla around that, that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. I forget what year that was, but we had every attendee, so maybe 2,000 plus, coming into this building, filling the offices. That was a terrific moment. Yeah. You know, it showcased, this is a Michael Graves building, the architect who built this beautiful building for us. And one thing I've always thought about over the years is, you notice the way the shade and the lighting and all that he has done, he built a beautiful space. That is, you know, the seasons change, the light hits it so differently, and it's kind of nice to work in a beautiful facility like this. You know, one of the changes that I think about from Kansas City to Indianapolis was a little bit more of the open office concept. You remember that kind of change early on? I do. I think people were really freaked out about it because everyone had an office, and I know there was some scuttlebutt about moving here and having conversations heard and, you know, just being out in the open with everything. And there were a few conversations that we all heard in the early days that we probably wish we wouldn't have heard, but we all made those adjustments, and obviously it's been a beautiful space. What else do you remember about that front entryway? Who else comes to mind? Richard, the security guard, definitely the face of the NCAA. Like, he took his job very seriously, and what a great guy. What a great guy. And it's exactly right. He was the face of the building, and just another great person that was a part of this broader NCAA family. So we've worked with a lot of great people. We have. Kev, do you remember when this entire green space was all cement? Yeah. We would have some staff meetings out here. We would sit on these stairs, and now look at it. Trees, greenery. Absolutely beautiful, you're right. And it went through several iterations, as you know, because every time you had to build and talk about the Hall of Champions and all the changes here, it required, you know, tractors and everything. So we've seen this pulled up, put down, but what a beautiful space we have right now, too. Absolutely. You see all these flagpoles? They, on our opening ceremony, they all pulled and the bricks were falling. They had the picture. It was funny. It's like 25 guys standing out in suits looking up architects up at the thing, looking up there. And I think somebody then came and said, I think the flags are just too big. And so it was a simple solution, but it took a lot of brain power to figure it out. But that was one of those early stories that we had here. But flags remain a great part about the Hall of Champions. And this continues to be a place where we open ourselves up to the broader community, right?
Yeah.
And there's been tremendous number of people who've come through here and who learn a little bit more about the NCAA.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember the fire in the HOC?
No, remind me about the fire.
In 2007, the One Shining Moment kiosk caught on fire. It was an electrical issue. Of course, all the water sprinklers went on and the damage from the water was extensive. So they closed for almost 2 years.
Oh, that is right. That was like in 2007, I think. Now I got 2 years, a long time.
And they didn't open until 2009, March of 2009.
That's the only way you could shut down One Shining Moment.
Yeah.
Is a fire.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you, that's exactly right. You remember the day when we had the JJ Jumper kind of statue that was sitting right here and folks could come take pictures with it?
I do.
It was a great idea, but unfortunately, JJ was defiled, I think, at some point in time, and we decided to take him down. But I wonder, do you think the staff right now knows who the real JJ Jumper is? Do you think they know?
Some.
Some. Well, we'll see, shall we? You know, in addition to bringing our membership here for meetings and all the events that we've agreed to bring to Indianapolis, a part of our arrangement was to make sure that we have a public face, and the Hall of Champions is that public face. And we do see some groups come through every once in a while, don't we?
We do. Quite a few, actually.
Quite a few. You know, one of the things that just reminds me of is the vision that Indianapolis has had for so long to bring Indianapolis and bring the NCAA here. And I remember talking to folks and seeing some pictures that actually had a drawing over there of the NCAA in the 80s, and that just shows how long this city has had a commitment to bringing the NCAA, and they certainly have been a great partner for us, haven't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's been great. And then we come into the beautiful brand building, named after our good friend Miles. God rest his soul. 6 years as president, Yvonne.
He was a good man.
2003 to 2009, he was a good man. The building has served us incredibly well from the growth that we've had from the Dempsey and the 300 plus employees to now 500 plus, and our ability to bring everybody under kind of one roof. Remember from the group that we had out at the warehouse, the eligibility center, and all those folks are now having the ability to have everybody here is just fantastic. You and I, 37 years working at the NCAA, those are lots of opportunities to do lots of different things, and I imagine for you, like me, it's the people.
It is the people.
And what comes to mind when you think about the people at the NCAA?
I think that we get the cream of the crop. Like, everyone wants to work here. The subject matter is great. In 37 years, my job has changed just incredibly. It's never the same. You know, the subject matter is continually changing. College athletics is continually changing. So it's been a great ride.
It's nice to feel like you walk into a place with the mission and knowing that the people who've agreed to work here and to take on these challenges, and they do exist as a national organization with so many people in the world interested. To your point, I have been so impressed by the quality of people that we bring in, the caring heart that they have. You know, you have to really, I've told people, you have to be kind of a five-tool player to be successful here at the NCAA and last as long as you and many others have, because it really requires the best that we have, and we seem to bring those kind of people and attract those kind of people, and it makes it a great place to work, doesn't it? Yeah.
And a lot of people leave and go into the membership or a conference, and then they come back.
We've seen a lot of boomerangs in that regard, right?
Yeah.
And oftentimes there's people who want a lifestyle change who are coming here who've been, heavily involved in the campus and some of the challenges that they have, and then vice versa. There's others who leave and want to contribute back in a campus or a conference, but a lot of roads do work their way back here because we have great people, we have beautiful facilities to work in, we have a beautiful environment to do so in the state park, and we have an Indianapolis community that has supported us in moving here 25 years ago, and I know remains this partner for all of us, and they want us to be successful.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be a part of a community that feels that way.
It is, absolutely.
I tell you, it's been great walking down memory lane for 25 years since our move to Indianapolis, and it just reminds me of how fortunate and blessed I am, and I think, Yvonne, you feel the same way about the people that we've worked with, that we call the NCAA family. You know, we've all shared the challenges and the opportunities of being a member of the NCAA staff, and that includes those who are here in Indianapolis now, those who made the move from Kansas City, and those who remain in Kansas City who helped make us the strong organization that we are, and it is a big family. And just very fortunate to continue to work at the NCAA, and I hope everyone at the staff here is committed to continue to do the very best they can to move us forward, and I'm looking forward to working with you.
Here's to another 25, Kev.